Hey everybody, Tom Barnes stories from the 78 up in River North. I'm with my friend Alec, and you, sir, have the awesome job of hanging out at Untitled and having whiskey, burlesque shows, all the things going on at Untitled Supper Club. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Tom. Excited to be here. Yeah, my job is pretty unique. I have a good time every day. I love being
Yeah,
with my
so
staff and showing you everything we do.
so yesterday you did this one of two whiskey tastings that you do a year that are pretty unique. And whiskey's like your thing at Untitled. You guys have like one of the biggest collections in the country, right?
It certainly is. We used to hold the title as biggest in the country. I don't know if we can technically, qualify for that anymore, but if not, we're right up there. We have over 900 American whiskeys available at this moment.
Yeah, that's impressive. So talk about the event you had last night. You have another one coming up, and then just the overall experience going to Untitled because it's a super cool place, very unique.
Yeah, so obviously we like to have these huge events. The one we had yesterday is called American Whiskey Affair. It's actually our 10th annual one. We do it every year. It's always kind of around the March, April kind of time frame, but the date's not the same every year. Um, we had about 110 different American whiskeys to taste from yesterday. You pay a fee to get in. There's past bites throughout the night, and you got unlimited sampling of everything you want, anything you've always wanted to try. Very cool, interesting event.
And then you have other things throughout the year that are free things. Like you have the longest running like burlesque show. It's a free event for people to come. You're having dinner and the burlesque show happens. I mean, Untitled, you walk downstairs. It's just this massive space. First of all, massive
It's
space. It's
wild, yeah.
beautiful. It's like you're walking into like the Great Gatsby in certain rooms, and that's the whole point. You guys have theme rooms throughout, right?
Absolutely. So four different rooms. One of them is our whiskey library, where we have our 30-foot wall of our 900 different American whiskeys. That's kind of more relaxed setting with couches and stuff. We got a big like 20-foot TV that plays like kind of old timey movies, kind of gets you in that 1920s kind of era. And then the big room, which we call the cabaret, where we have our live shows, funk bands, jazz, blues, R&B, anything like that. And that's where our burlesque show is going to be too every Thursday.
And you've been doing that forever, and that place you haven't even talked about the food. The food is almost secondary, but it's not because the food is amazing. Like the overall
It
experience,
certainly is not.
yeah, I truly feel that this spot is what makes Chicago so unique because there's so many different things. It's massive, and the food. Get into the food a little bit because I think that's the thing that people need to know about.
Absolutely. So it's kind of a contemporary American food, pretty similar to a steakhouse, but not quite as big and out there. You can get a tomahawk, but it's not $400. Our food is recommended by the Michelin Guide. It was 5 years in a row up until COVID hit. It's still incredibly good. We hope to be back on that list next year. But it's at a great price for the neighborhood, and we think it's right up there with anything around here.
What are the hours that Untitled is open? Are you guys open every day? How does that whole thing work?
At the moment, we're open from Tuesday to Saturday, 5 p.m. every day. Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have the Whiskey Library and the Cabaret where the live band is. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all four rooms will open as we have to prepare for a larger influx of guests.
Yeah, always a good time and such a great and unique experience to hang out there. And it's a spot that people need to remember as, I feel like people are still getting going and going out. You know what I mean? I think the
Yep,
pandemic
we're
has
not quite
set,
back yet. Yeah,
yeah, I feel like it's set back like all, not just Chicago, every city, everywhere. People are just kind of hesitant to go back. But I'm talking, you got live music, you have dancing, live performance, art. It's just a great immersive experience for like old school type things. Like it's not like
yep.
like a cheesy pop-up with, a lot of like unnecessary junk. You know what I mean? This is stuff that
Sure.
matter. I mean, music and your taste will be blown away by the food and the sounds. And a burlesque show is always a good time. I'm just gonna say. right?
Absolutely, it is, and it's not always burlesque 100%. We like to say it's burlesque and variete, so there's like kind of circus acts kind of mixed in with the burlesque, so it's not all one thing. It's every show, every time, every week is always going to be different from what it was last week.
Even more reason to go just because it is not the same and there's different varieties. And before
Yes,
I
sir.
wrap up here, I got to ask what's going on with that mannequin there behind you. Is that a costume for later? Is that what you wear into
Uh,
work?
the last thing I thought about was what would be behind me when I was preparing for this.
It's all right.
This is
I don't
this
mean
is
to call
my
you
my
out.
normal desk here. I don't even know where it came from. It's kind of the mascot of the office, though. We call him Wesley.
Oh, and I even see you got the little mirror ball,
But,
disco ball behind you. So things get a little, they
yeah,
get
some
happening in your
fun
office. I like
stuff
it.
here. Yeah, some fun stuff.
Alec, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me. I appreciate it. And if people want to go, should they do the open table? Should they call the restaurant directly? How's that whole thing?
Either way works. Calling us directly is always going to be the first ones we get in there. Any of the nights that are going to sell out, people that call us, that's where we're going to put our priority. But online works most of the time as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me, and we'll see you at Untitled soon.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.